Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? There's something, we got updates just coming in, guys. We got to get you up to speed on it, what's happening right now around the world. But first, let me just put a quick shout out for www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. Gold has gone mainstream. It really, really has. You see it everywhere, and prices just keep climbing. More Americans are turning to gold to protect their wealth. Why? Because gold is a biblical currency. Guys, but how do you take advantage of this situation? This is where Noble Gold steps in, guys. They'll help you roll over that old 401k into a gold IRA, or you can buy physical gold coins or gold bars, and they'll ship them and deliver them right to your home, or put them in a secured vault to keep for you if you like. Look, it's simple, it's safe, it's stress-free. Do it now. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or call them on the phone this morning at 877-646-5347. Oh, yeah, you'll be glad. You will be glad that you did. Absolutely, no doubt about it. But let me tell you what is happening right now. We have breaking news coming in right now. Things that are happening in the Middle East, and it's happening quick and fast. Give me a second to get up to speed. Okay, just 2 hours ago, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, were in Israel this morning. They are today to shore up the very tenuous ceasefire that is holding in Gaza. It comes a day after the fragile deal faced its first major flare-up when Israel, 2 of their Israeli soldiers were killed by sniper fire by Hamas. The U.S. Embassy said then that the 2 envoys that have landed in Tel Aviv this morning, the Israeli military later said it resumed enforcing the ceasefire, and the officials have confirmed that aid deliveries will resume back into the Gaza Strip today. Okay? But we'll see just how far, and this won't be the last time these guys are going to do this. Hamas has not laid down their arms yet and have only given back 12 bodies. Okay? They've not laid down their arms yet, and they've only given back 12 bodies. So that's why we're doing the webinar, Darkness Descending. We're in the middle of the most prophetic period of time of prophecy I've ever seen in 41 years of ministry. And that's why I wrote the book, Revelation 9:11. That's why I wrote this book. It's an incredible read, and it's more relevant today than it was when I wrote it last year when it came out. So, I mean, seriously, this is insane. But let me tell you what else is going on. Besides that, we got an update an hour ago. The death toll from the Israeli attacks in Gaza continues to climb, only because they're finding the bodies. Some of the buried Palestinian bodies have been found. There was 57 people, and they found 57 bodies in the last 48 hours. And they probably could have found a few more. And they're trying to find the missing 16 hostage bodies there in the Gaza Strip. But it's hard to find them when people are shooting at you, breaking the ceasefire. And that's what Hamas has been doing. So, guys, get your people are all morning long. People are getting their tickets for this webinar. It is incredible, and Mike around the world is going to drop some incredible information that he's never shared before with us. And oh, by the way, John, the AI guy, has got incredible inside information on this digital ID and other AI and other technologies that are advancing quickly the Mark of the Beast system. And we'll be sharing that with you in this webinar as well. But let me just tell you, we're watching very, very closely the things that are happening right now. Okay. Now, I also have some more information. Give me a moment to just about Israel's prime minister now, Benjamin Netanyahu, said about an hour ago Yes, he has met with Jared Kushner and with Steve Witkoff this morning. The prime minister said that they met early this morning with Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and U.S. President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, on the developments and the updates in the Middle East region, not just in Gaza, but the entire region. According to Shosh Bedrosian, a spokesperson for the prime minister's office, he was confirming. The U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife are due to visit also later today. And also, Hamas says it will hand over a body of another body of the Gaza hostages this evening. That'd be number 13. There's 28 dead bodies. They've handed over 12 that have been confirmed. They've handed over 2 in coffins like this that were not the hostages. They were already given 2 bodies that were Palestinian. And so when they did the DNA analysis, 2 were not the bodies that they said they were. But they have given 12 so far. They're going to give a 13th body tonight, but that would still leave 15 left if this one they hand over is confirmed. So there's things happening very fast right now, very, very, very fast in the Middle East right now. Trump is demanding that all 28 bodies be returned ASAP. But he said as they're doing that, they should have already laid down their arms. Hamas should have already surrendered. Instead, Hamas has executed 67 of their own citizens in broad daylight. And I don't know where the UN is with all that. The UN doesn't seem to care that Hamas just butchers and murders and executes and kills their own people and uses them as human shields and everything else. All they focus on is Israel. They don't focus on what happened to Israel on October 7th. They just focus on what Israel is doing and how many truckloads of aid is being brought in. And Israel is shipping in insane amounts of aid into the Gaza Strip. Nobody's starving. No, there's nobody. You haven't seen anybody walking around like a skeleton like you saw the Jewish hostages that were in the tunnel that were starved to death like skeletons, were given a shovel to dig their own graves. No, you haven't seen that because that's not what's happening. Absolutely millions of tons of food and water is being and medical supplies is being shipped into the Gaza Strip. No, it's not a pretty situation, of course. The strip has been blown away, but it's going to be rebuilt if these people will just quit shooting at the Israeli security forces and dig up the bodies that they owe and lay down the guns like they're supposed to. So this is why I'm passionate about this. I don't put up with propaganda no more. I just don't. Just call it like it is, and just tell you right now, I'm not putting up with this propaganda. I'm tired of the lying. I'm tired of the lying fake news media. I'm tired of the lying that goes on in the Middle East, especially from a lot of the Middle Eastern leaders. I'm just tired of the lies everywhere. Anybody that lies. And so we're just going to call it the way it is. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace in the Middle East. Pray for the peace and pray for the protection of the Israeli people. Pray for the Hamas would lay down their weapons so that the Palestinian people can get on with their lives, and that the bulldozers can be brought in and start bulldozing these all the rubble out of the way and start rebuilding something that it would be a much more better situation. And pray that this wicked ideology, but this is not something that goes away. And the beast kingdom is going to rise. But at least we can pray for during this reprieve we have for the gospel of Jesus Christ to go out to the world, because that's what we got to do. And in this webinar, get your tickets today. Get your tickets today. The webinar is Friday at 6:00. What? We're just 4 days away. Guys, we're just 4 days away. The webinar starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, Friday night, October 24th. Dr. Lester Sumrall visions. Russ Dizdar interviews. Unbelievable Brandon Biggs' latest prophecies. Mike Brown, the world's latest revelations. Insane information from John, the AI guy. And, of course, Dr. Joy Pugh and Pastor Miles Rutherford. And on and on and on. Rabbi Kurt Schneider and on and on and on. This is going to be a webinar of biblical proportion. Bart Begley's documentary, all the information. I'm going to give you up to date on this situation developing around the world. Even Bobo is barking. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Saturday was silent, and surely it was through. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? And Friday's disappointment is Sunday's empty tomb. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? This is the sound of a dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Pentecostal fire, stirring something new.
That's right.
You're not gonna run out of miracles
Anytime soon.
Your resurrection power, it runs in my veins too. I believe there's another miracle
Here in this room.
This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
We're in the days of miracles.
This is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
Oh, that's right. We're in the days of miracles. We're in the days of the anointing. Pray and believe for revival.
My God is able to save and deliver and heal and restore anything that He wants to. Just ask the man who was thrown on the bones.
A prophecy
of
alert.
Elisha, if there's anything that He can do. Just ask the stone that was rolled at the tomb in the garden. What happens when God says to move? I feel Him moving it now. I feel Him doing it now. I feel Him doing it now. Do it now. Do it now. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Yeah, this is the praise make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave,
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
There's so much happening right now in prophecy. It's unbelievable.
Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am the Lord, and I will put my spirit in you, and I will place you in your own land, and you shall live. I will place you in your own land. You shall live, 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 live.
Think about it. Think about it. Major meltdown. All right, we have more breaking news, of course. I touched on this in an earlier video this morning when I talked about the stand that was found in Florida for hunters. Supposedly was for hunting game, but it was within sniper shot of Air Force One when the president's plane lands in West Palm Beach, Florida. And so there's a lot of speculation on what that was. But I touched also on this story, and that's a global internet meltdown. What? That's right. And you'll need some coffee for this one. I don't even have a cup of coffee with me. What did I do with it? I don't know. I'll have to find it in a second. But I've had some of this Revelation 9/11 coffee, and it is unbelievable. So get a copy of get your copy. Get the real thing. Let me ship this to you. Let me put this. I got a bunch of them that got to go in the mail this afternoon. Get your order in now so I can ship yours too with it, okay? Get it done, all right? That's Revelation 9/11. You can find it at my website. Brand new, just brewed, just arrived. When the UPS driver brought it, he could smell it coming through the box. He's like, "What's in that? Smells so good." I said, "That's the best coffee you've ever heard, you've ever seen." Anyway, get your bag of it right now. Go to my website. Why don't you do this? Order your ticket for the webinar. Order your ticket for the webinar right now. And the webinar, of course, is Darkness Descending. Darkness Descending. Go to my website. Order the ticket for the webinar. And while you're at it, go ahead and order a bag of Revelation. Right there, Revelation 9/11 coffee. Get your bag of it. It's even got the zipper. The bag has even got the zipper, so you can unzip, pour out the ground. It's already ground, and then you can zip it back for freshness. I love this. I love this. Get that now. Okay, here's what's going on. I want to give you an update on what's happening here. But half of the internet goes down after Amazon's cloud outage, leaving millions of people unable to use Ring on their phone, on their door, or Alexa, or their banking apps. Millions of people. They can't rule out this was a cyber attack. I personally think it's a security upgrade, because Mike from the World talked about that Thursday night, that's what would be going on, is they're upgrading systems to bring in this new digital ID. But let's read what they say. According to the reports, this major outage was affected half of the internet. Millions of people were left with unable to access their sites, including Snapchat and Fortnite. and Duolingo, as well as Amazon and their banking apps and Ring on their doorbells and Alexa and a whole lot more. Now, Amazon said that the underlying issue has been fully mitigated, adding that most operations are succeeding normally now. However, the outage continues to wreak havoc around the globe, with millions of customers still experiencing issues accessing their favorite sites. The problem lies within Amazon's web services, a cloud computing service that powers much of the infrastructure behind many websites. It did not affect my website because my website is on a secured private server system that I got set up so that John, the AI guy, takes care of it, okay? I don't have to worry. But the outage has also affected popular Amazon services, including Amazon.com, Amazon Alexa, Ring, and Amazon Prime Video. The issue began shortly after 8 a.m., according to the down detector, with more than 6,000 reports that were coming in instantly by affected U.S. customers. It happened this morning at 3 a.m. this morning Eastern, okay? You think that's an accident, a hack, or is it an upgrade in the security system? I think Mike has already given us the hint what it was. But another 1,600 users and counting were affected in the United Kingdom instantly, according to the Down Detector, a site that monitors internet outages. Now, Jake Moore, who's a tech expert and security advisor of ESET, thinks that the huge outage is likely due to an internal error at Amazon, but said he can't rule out a cyber attack at this stage. And speaking to the Daily Mail and other news media outlets, while a cyber attack can't be ruled out until AWS releases its full post-incident report, there's no current evidence of hacking, data breaches, or coordinated attacks. Okay? Down Detector, though, gets network status updates from social media platforms, reports submits to websites and other sources around the web. It only reports an incident when the number of problem reports is significantly higher than a typical volume of a typical day. And according to the site, the issue stems from problems of Amazon's massive data center site in Northern Virginia, a critical hub for the global internet. In all, 75% of the reported problems are coming from the United States East Coast, one, while the remainder are coming from two other U.S. cities and sites. Professor James Davenport, who's an IT expert from the University of Bath, says it's worrying that an outage in this region impacting the UK banking apps, including Lloyd's of London and Halifax. The UK banks should be confirming their usage to the UK or at least European regions, but it might be that they rely on some service that actually runs out of the United States East Coast 1. Now, I'm going to be interviewing John, the AI guy, tomorrow. I'm actually filming it tomorrow for the webinar that will air on Friday. I'm going to ask him this question. Was this a hack? Was this an Amazon glitch, which I don't believe? Or was this a retrofit of a security apparatuses going into the systems to help implement the digital ID globally? And I can ask him, and he'll be able to, he may not tell me, but he probably will. He can say that in a vague way, but certainly he's going to help us understand this whole digital ID system that's coming rapidly. Rapidly. We've been talking about this for some time now, how fast it's coming. This is, when I'm not joking around with you, I remember when the Obamacare bill was signed on March the 23rd, 2010, because I went live on the internet. My broadcasting began on March 1st, 2010, and then 23 days later, Obamacare was signed, and somebody sent me the actual Obamacare bill that included in it that there would have to be a digital ID microchip type identity registry for every human being on the planet. But it was going to be implemented in this Obamacare bill, and I actually read right from the document. And that video is still my most watched. I don't think it's my most watched, but it's at least second. And it's on the Mark of the Beast system. And now that's been 15 years ago, folks. 15 years ago. How time flies. And so now, look how far we've advanced. I mean, exploding in technology. And so, including, we're on the brink of the beast. I wrote about it in my book, Revelation 9/11, how these technologies are advancing. And in my new book that's coming out, you can pre-order it now if you go to Amazon. My brand new book called Trump versus the Beast. It's insane, the information I'm going to put in that, because I got, a lot more insiders now that I can communicate with, and more information that is happening, and so much more prophecy that's being fulfilled so quickly now. So we are moving in this. I mean, this is just unbelievable. So, and as I said in the first video I did this morning about how they had set up a sniper blinds in the trees in Florida within sniper shot of the President of the United States when his plane lands on Air Force One. They found it. Secret Service working with the FBI, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and these guys. There's so much more. Can we get a signed copy, Pastor? Absolutely. If you go to first of all, you can go to Amazon. You can order the book, Revelation 9/11, right now if you want to. But you can also just go to my website and order it. And if you order it on my website, I will send it back to you. I actually go right down here to the little shipping spot, which is on my golf cart. I can just ride down to it. And I ship the books to you, but I sign each one with a personal note to you. Everyone's note is different because I pray about, Lord, what am I supposed to write for this person? I sign my name, of course, but I address you with a personal note, and I send the book to you. So if you want to get a personal autograph copy with a personal note to you, go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com and order Revelation 9/11. My next book coming out, the next book coming out, the sequel to Revelation 9/11, is coming out early next spring, called Trump versus the Beast. You can pre-order it right now. We're writing it right now. We're about a third of the way done. And that's not even going to be the book cover. Newsmax's graphics system is making the cover, and they haven't revealed it yet. When they do, they'll put it on Amazon, so it'll change. But they went ahead and put that temporary cover out there just so people could start pre-ordering, okay? Because Newsmax is the publisher, and they are getting behind this book, Trump versus the Beast, big time. And when you go to order, think about this, guys. Order 5 copies, pre-order 5 copies, so that you can keep one for yourself, and you can give 4 away as gifts to family and friends. So think about doing that on Trump versus the Beast. Pre-order. Help us drive it to number 1. It went all the way to number 7, and now we've back down again. So let's drive the sales of Trump versus the Beast, but get your copy of Revelation 9/11. Get your coffee. Get your coffee of Revelation 9/11, and get the webinar, guys. It's Friday. Get the webinar. Are you serious? The webinar is going to be unbelievable. It's Friday. We're 4 days away. The webinar starts at 6 p.m. Friday evening, Friday night, 6 p.m. You'll be able to watch it in its entirety. Go right now, order your ticket, And then we will send you your link exactly at 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday evening for the darkness descending. Here's what it looks like. When you go to my website, this is what you'll see. Okay, that's the webinar. Click it, get the ticket. Don't miss it. Be ready for it, okay? Get ready for it. This is going to be an epic webinar, no doubt about it. You're going to be blown away by Brandon Biggs' prophecies and all the great speakers, including going back into the archives for Dr. Lester Sumrall, and also back into the archives with Russ Dizdar and some of the incredible information, but also Brandon Biggs' prophecy, Mike Around the World's inside information, and of course, John, the AI guy's inside info on the that he is involved with all the big tech companies on the implementation of this system that's going in. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. There ain't no stopping it. Nobody can stop it. It's coming to America within a few months. It's coming to the UK and all of Europe right now. I mean, they're implementing it as we speak. And matter of fact, it's being implemented here. You just don't know it. They're going to roll this baby out, and it's going to be incredible what they're going to do. They're going to require, I'm not saying it's the mark of the beast, no, but it is certainly, absolutely the system, the mechanism, the instrument that the beast can use if he's ready to force you to deny your faith in Christ. You need to know all about that. The darkness is descending, okay? And so get your tickets, get your coffee, get the book, get prepared, get saved, give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living in the last of the last days. Are you saved?